Hello and welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that make us hot. Under the same roof again, twice in 1 month. My name is Richard Pucci, and this is Joy Nickens. Hello, Miss Joy Nickens, the real streamer here.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Why, hello. And currently right now I am drinking
Not a White Russian.
agua.
Olin sings.
I am drinking agua because I didn't go to the liquor store. As I slur my words.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't go to the liquor store, even though I need liquor. Which goes to show you that because it's funny, I buy the stuff, and it's I buy the big one, so it's $30 for a bottle. But it lasts me forever. All I ever drink it for is Nightcap, so.
Oh.
Yay, not an alcoholic.
Hey. Definitely not for me.
And you just don't drink at all. And I do believe we have a Rodney.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you, Ronnie. Hey, what's up? How you doing, bruh?
I looked over. She has the stuff right on her phone. So.
Yeah, it says technology. Boom. So how have you been, sir?
Let's see. I'm a little bit tired today. I had to take my car in to. It was making this clunk noise, but it only did it twice. So I knew my car wasn't gonna die within a month of this clunk noise.
Okay.
But in my experience, if you let a clunk noise go, then all of a sudden your tire falls off, which actually happened to me.
Oh my God.
My tire fell off while I was driving. I was going 25 on Asbury Avenue. So it could have been the Parkway.
Oh yeah.
So when in doubt, get the clunk noise, get it fixed when it's only $300 as opposed to $2,000, and you're like, "Wah." And then you're like, Dad, I should just scrap the car, and he's like, no, there's plenty of resale value on your car, and then 2 years later you end up selling it for $150 to the mechanic.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's a horrible story.
Though I only paid $500 for that car, so well worth it, and I kept it for 7 years. So,
okay.
So that's my life.
Jeez.
How about you? No cars.
No. But speaking of things dying within the month, my precious dog, my probably furry love of my life, Nala, passed away this Sunday, and I'm still grieving. I really wanted to come over here just because I hadn't really been outside of my house since Sunday. Yeah, because I watched it happen. It wasn't, and I was alone. My mom and dad weren't there. They were at church. And my brother was there, but he wasn't. He wasn't there. So we did the best we could, and she's gone. So the next couple of days it's just gonna be me on Facebook /Instagram /Twitter and Tumblr just pouring my heart out about how much I love this dog. So it was 11 years. I know.
It's a good. Wait, small dog, big dog.
Big dog.
That's why if it was a tiny little nothing dog, it would have lasted 18.
Oh yeah, she was. It was this. The first 6 months was fine. She was okay. She had some arthritis, so she couldn't walk a lot. But, she had a enlarged liver, and she was filling up with fluids on the side. So, with the big dog, and she was 70, about to be 77, they weren't going to operate on her. That's a lot of money, and my mom and I just figured we should just wait it out.
Yeah.
So she, I was home most of this month just because I didn't want to be gone and then something happened to her. So I found out my dad said if she didn't go by Sunday, or if something didn't happen by Sunday, he was going to put her down himself.
Yeah.
But I came home Saturday night, early Sunday morning, Saturday night, and she didn't have the energy anymore. She wasn't eating, wasn't drinking, so I figured that she thought it was time for her to go.
Yeah.
But the last bit of that energy she did use was to see me come home that night and come into the room and sleep next to me. So I'm just still grieving, y'all. But yeah, that was the biggest news of the. And I honestly didn't want her to die this year. Like I really just was hoping 2017 I wouldn't have to go through this. But what are you gonna do?
Well, if there's any, as far as 2017, with death there is rebirth.
Sure.
So that is the way to think about life.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time in the sun.
I did not. Oh, thank you, Rodney.
What did Rodney say?
He said, I'm so sorry.
For the other viewers.
Well, he did ask, how are you guys? And then I just said that whole thing about my precious Nala. He said, all my condolences, so sad. Remember all the good times. Yeah, because we had it for 11 years.
I was going to say 11 years of good times.
When we moved, when I was a sophomore.
Oh,
So,
stop.
Yeah.
Good time.
I went, get your hand out the water. And then, wait, did you know that song, by the way, though? There's this one song, one lyric in the song that no one knew for like 20 years. And they would just go, and the line is, hanging in the chow line.
Hanging in the chow line.
Yeah. Good times. And I was like, that wasn't my age. It wasn't my age of TV, so I don't know the line. So yeah.
But I have a thing for Maud.
No, it's fine.
My dad has white hair. My dad has white hair, and he likes to grow it out like longer than this. And so I used to always call him Maud. So then I changed his ringtone whenever.
Oh no.
To the Maud theme song. He didn't like that. And but also it would pop up with Maud's face when it rang.
He's like this. I'm your dad. I'm not Maud.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you look like Maud.
And no one got confused by that when he would.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Oh.
And you just got so mad. Lady Godiva was a freedom rider.
Why is this my ringtone?
Yeah. It's just like, Ricky.
Aw. Well, we guys had good times too.
Yeah. I went to Philly and there were lots of homeless people.
Oh, yay! My favorite topic.
Yes, there were a lot of homeless people, and a homeless person may have accosted me and a friend while we were walking. Yeah. Bad names spoken to me. Which in the back of my mind, I was like, so if you want money from me, why are you going to call me the F word?
And not the 4-letter one.
No.
The other one.
Yes, not the good time one. Good time.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where in Philly were you?
We were
Because Philly's huge.
I know, which people don't realize that it's as big as it is. Rittenhouse Square, because we were over by the train station.
Yep, I know where that is. I know I asked the question, but I was like, this isn't in the part that it's famous.
No, we were close to City Hall.
Okay, is that in the middle where there's the old timey stuff, or
there was some old timey? It's probably, I don't know.
Okay. Philly.
It was. We were over by 20th and Chestnut.
Probably.
It's 20. We were at 20th, and then we got some. We went to a very nice restaurant for lunch. It was called Tria, and really good. Do you know how a restaurant is good? Do you know how to know a restaurant is good? You look inside and you see how many people are there, and you're like, oh wow, this place is pretty hopping. That's good, because that means that the food is getting turned out.
Yeah.
It's getting turned up.
Oh, word, all day.
And then also it was all ladies there, ladies. So I was like,
we're in a nice area.
We're in a nice enough area, a lot of people there, and they're all ladies.
Because ladies wouldn't be turning out to go to a place like that if it wasn't legit.
If it wasn't good, yeah.
True.
So I had a salad. Yeah, I had a salad. So that was good. I did that yesterday. I've been getting a lot of sun, which you can't tell because of the lighting. You can see it. They can.
Yeah, you can tan here. Eggs.
Yeah. Except for it's funny. I'm gonna show Joy this. So you guys don't get to see this. So my parents have a baby pool.
A baby pool?
Yeah, like the bubble pool. Like
for Nikki?
No, like the one that's like 4 foot tall, and it's a bubble pool, and there's a bubble pool, and so yeah, let's just say I went for the dip.
Oh my!
That's
Ooh.
a butt. That's my butt.
Oh, you definitely need a tan.
Yeah.
You seem like you need to take these off more often.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, now I can't scroll the other way because I also took a picture of you flipped.
Oh yeah.
You know Joy's the biggest perv.
Oh yes. I will appreciate that whenever not here. I will probably never see that. But I'm happy that you're tanning. I'm so happy because these are important.
Yeah, it's important issues. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Just like homeless people. See, you can see it better there.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, compared to something a little tiny bit darker.
Yeah.
I don't need any more sun. I'm good.
No.
It's cool. I mean, up here it's okay, but everywhere else I don't need to be tanned.
Oh, and also we don't mean to be far away. It's just the chair is here.
Oh yeah, no. Ronnie said he was singing it too. Temporary layoffs, hanging the chow line. Wow, I could tell. Haha, bronzed. LOL. Haha, I missed you.
You did. You did. It was a really good butt. You know what it was? I didn't want our YouTube channel to get flagged. That's why. I made a GIF of my butt. It's moving in the water. So maybe I'll post it on the Facebook page. Why not?
He's always had a good butt, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe. Actually, I shouldn't post.
No. You need to keep those things privately.
Yes.
The only time people should see your butt
is if they're outside. My neighbor, and if they're my neighbor, and they're like, oh, there's that guy.
Oh, and your neighbors.
Roasting his.
How was your neighbors earlier today? I missed things.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I typically have neighbors around my area. May or may not have really loud sex usually. And I thought I was hearing it before. I don't know if they were in an argument or if they were having really loud sex.
Probably like angry.
I don't know. Maybe it's role playing. I don't know, because they seem like they would be those types of people. So yeah, I thought we heard something. Actually, my dad.
And then you stop.
This is a good story. I don't know if I should be nightcapping it, but so I used to be friends with this kid and his parents, or maybe one biological, one step, in the household. And lo and behold, so my dad got home from work one night, and he just hears this. He hears, oh God, oh God, oh God. And so my dad, being the nice guy, because my dad's like the nicest guy in the world. My dad's the nicest guy in the world. And so he's like, he gets out of his car and he's like, and so he thinks he hears the younger brother, like he got drunk or something in his mind. He's like, so-and-so got drunk and like, he's getting sick somewhere. And he's like, Josh. Oh shit, I said that. It's like, Josh.
His name is not Josh.
Joshua. He's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And you just oh God, oh God, oh God. And then all of a sudden my dad's like, and he like walks by and he's like, and so then my dad told me that story and I was like, Dad, you're nuts. And so then I was outside smoking and all of a sudden I hear, oh God, and so then I was like, and then I texted my dad, I'm like, get outside right now. So like it's like this joke, which that was not the name of the person. I'm sorry.
So things were happening.
I don't know.
Or I should say, pillow talk time.
I know.
Oh my God.
So that's a thing. So you missed out on that. They're probably doing it right now. I mean, they're not there.
Somewhere.
They're not there.
In the area.
They're in the air.
In the area. Oh my God. Well,
I hope this video never goes anywhere.
Well, I mean, I've never heard my particular neighbors because, you know, we all live we all live spaced off from each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
More so than here.
yeah, but I've heard people do it before in a hotel once.
It's really hot if I've never had sex before.
How am I? Just never. What?
I have never had sex before.
Oh,
but
me too.
from my understanding, it would probably be really hot while you're doing it. But to any other people that are not in that situation, they'd be like, what's going on? Like,
oh.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like noises that are being made versus like hearing it, and then it's just like,
oh no, it was not for me. I enjoyed this.
What lumpy potatoes are like smashing up against the side of the wall over there?
Why?
And it's I have thought about it so much. It's like that sounds like I don't know. It sounds like one has their mouth full, but then like, where's the oh god coming from?
Yeah, like is it like dude on dude or is it
no, it's a lady man.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's interesting. Well, I mean, she was doing her duties.
That section was not for Julians, so.
Ronnie said, "I don't believe that at all." LOL. Oh, probably not.
Never.
Sir Rodney.
Never.
I've also have never.
She has never.
What are you talking about? I don't do those things. I don't do those things. But yes, we were talking about homeless people.
Oh yeah, so and then when leaving Philly, underneath the bridge, the saddest thing, because like, or there was like a lady that was like, that like looked at us and she was like, my house burned down. And then the first thing in my mind, because I have a really sick, black, dark sense of humor, I just wanted to be like, in the back of my head, I was like, you at home?
Oh my god. Of course she probably had some kind of home. That's probably why she's homeless in the first place. Maybe
so yeah,
which
that's not funny.
No.
But it is. Like, the fact that that's where my mind went to, I was like, because like in my mind, when she said like my house burned down, I was thinking like, wow, like you own that, like buying a house in Philly, I would think is like really expensive, and like she didn't say like the bank's house, she said her house. Like,
true. I don't really particularly, care for homeless people a lot more than ever. It's not like I just like, oh, hoity-toity joy is over here being all like rich and stuff. I just don't like them even more so in 2017 because a lot of them are very aggressive, and I don't like. It's already enough being aggressively catcalled.
Yeah. But
I don't need to be aggressively begged upon for money when a bitch ain't even got money herself. So, it's very, and in the experiences that I'm having in New York is where I see it all the time.
Yeah.
And they find very, very sad strategies to get money out of me. And I'm just not here for it, honestly.
And also, or at least the thing that I was thinking of when like the lady was like, my house burnt down. Like, part of me just wanted to be like, or like in my mind, I'd rather like, what's the actual story? I feel like if you told me the actual story, which I don't care, like this happened, I lost my job, I don't care what the story is. If I had like an actual like story that's believable, like an actual story, like I was on, I lost my job, for a while, I got into some sketchy stuff, like this is what actually happened. I feel like I'd be more sympathetic for that. Also, like, I think if I lived in a city, I would have like a rule of thumb, and I know this sounds really weird, but I'd have $1. I'd like spend $1 a day.
Yeah. And like
literally just like hand out that $1 and just be like, I give it to somebody already. Well, I mean, ignore people,
Yeah.
But if like somebody was like really, attacking me, just like, I donated already today. Just walk away.
True.
Either that or have like a flyer, or like just if I had a backpack, because like people in cities always have backpacks. Have like a book bag and like have flyers for like some sort of a like soup kitchen or whatever, and just be like.
I almost want to have a sign that just says "No soliciting," like as a shirt, just
get
wear.
a necklace.
Just don't come. Ronnie said we have fake homeless people here in Atlanta, and that was one of the main reasons too why I'm just not here for homeless people in 2017. But then again, like
learn a skill. You tap dance, kazoo.
Yeah, but that stuff is not for the train. I've taken the train a lot more this year, back and forth through New York, and it's I swear to goodness, and I want to swear to God, every time I get on a train, going anywhere, there's one person that goes through, and it's always it's not even like, excuse me guys, hey, I really want to do a situation. It's like, hey, I'm not asking for money. Like I'm homeless. I need food. Anything would be appreciated. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this. It's an embarrassment for me, but anything would be great. It's just like, you're screaming. I have to pretend like you don't exist. I can't stand it.
Okay, this is the weirdest episode in the world because like what we're talking about is like so controversial.
But it's
because like we're not supposed to talk about it. It's I think probably the most interesting thing because I've read articles about the fact that like homeless and like the actual homeless, they are so invisible. Like if you want to know what the power of invisibility is, because the moment that somebody sees somebody that's homeless, zero down, like you know what I mean, like look away, don't look, don't make eye contact. But it's kind of a two-way street, and the moment that anybody's soliciting anything, people don't want to deal with it.
Not at all. No,
they are not ignoring you because you're homeless. They're ignoring you because of
they're trying to get me to give you money.
Yeah, because of the solicitation
that no one likes.
Most people, or at least most good people, I think, would be more likely to help if there was a better channel than just like, please, like, I'm homeless, I'm a veteran, got my arm shot off, they rebuilt it,
something.
Like, I don't know. This is the weirdest episode. Like,
we have a new guest.
Ooh, we have a new guest. Hello, new guest. Normally we're not together.
The new guest says, seeing the same people in how many Macs in one ride did you see? Seeing the same people and how many... One time on the train, I think I saw a maximum of 5, almost 6 people. But it was crazy because they were all different categories of begging people, like soliciting. Okay. So it's kind of like the American Idol. It was crazy. Like there was one guy with a guitar, and I was like, okay, that's cool. He's just strumming along.
He's got like an ability. All right.
Yeah, he's
It's America's Got Talent.
Yeah, he was singing in Spanish or some other language. Sorry if
it was exotic. It was exotic.
Some type of exotic language. Then there was, and I'm doing this out of order, but then there was a whole freaking street team, which that was the first time I actually seen anyone on the train. There was like 5 guys dancing on the poles and stuff, and they were really great. But I was like, oh man, they're gonna be so great, and they're gonna ask everyone for money, and I just don't want to like look at it. So I was just like,
you're like, if I don't look at it, I don't have to pay.
Yeah. So I was just like, And then there was, I think, 2 people that I just mentioned about the whole, hey, I don't want to do this, but I'm homeless. Like, can you help me? And I was just like, ugh. And then the last person did something. It might have been it was a guy, and he had a flute, and he was doing the Nintendo theme song.
Stop it! I would have given him $1.
But I was like, no, because like I need this.
But also, I was gonna say, I'm like, but also like,
it just. I guess I'm more uncomfortable. Besides the fact that you're soliciting me, I'm uncomfortable with the fact. I'm gonna get to these comments. I'm just uncomfortable with the fact that being on the train specifically, they know that people have money on the train because you have to have paid something to get on said train. But that doesn't mean just because I have money on the train does not mean it's specifically for you.
Yeah.
Because my day. did not, and not again, not to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I make light of the homeless situation.
No.
But you're asking for money, but like you honestly don't know what I'm going through too, and not even to be like I'm gonna kill myself tomorrow, but this money may not have been. It's not. You're not entitled to my money. Like you can't just assume every time you beg, I'm just gonna give you $1, especially if I keep seeing you on the train, because you're doing a better hustle than me at this point.
That's.
FTH.
As Rodney said.
Oh my God.
That's a bit. That's a career move.
And then I can't really trust if you're really homeless or not. So I refuse to even give money.
You know what?
I'd rather feed you than.
That is a really good point. I am a street performer in Asbury Park. I'm a statue. I'm a human statue. So I have a soft spot for somebody that has a talent or something that I appreciate. Since I do not get paid hourly, I stand. I am not soliciting. I do not make noise. You can take your picture with me. I don't force you. I will not move unless I'm tipped first. But you can take your picture with me. No, there's no sign saying picture is $1, whatever.
Word.
It's like you pay if you want to pay. If not, you can look at me. You can look down. I have all sorts of variations of people pretending to not look at me and taking a picture on their phone. Like it's cool with me. It's so like, but I have because I do that, and that's strictly tips.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like it's like weird karma thing where like. But like I get where you're coming from. I absolutely do.
It doesn't bother me when you're street well, not you, but if someone on the street, well, if you're on the street doing it, that's fine because I can walk past and I can be like, oh, that's cool, you're doing really well, and or just you have a talent. But my problem is you on the train. I have motion sickness on the train. I really don't like to look at things on the train.
And also, it's a captive audience. You know what I mean? It's captive. It's literally because. There are two trains of thought. Is like, is it a captive audience, or are they doing a service?
No,
everybody's got a phone.
Everyone's either listening to music on the phone, trying to just like make sure they don't miss their stop.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Because I wanted to get to them anyway. Should I read the guest's name, or should I just like do like guest number one?
No, well, because we always mention Rodney, so.
Okay. Ignitini. I never actually said this out loud. I don't know how to say it. I want to say Ignite Tingy.
Okay. Yeah.
Ignite Tingy. We're going to call you that now. Ignite Tingy says, there are so many fakes that you have no idea who you're helping. Hello. And hello back to you, Ignite Tingy. Ronnie says, we have fake homeless mutes. Oh, it's a hustle. Several have been caught red-handed. Yeah, that is the best thing to do. Just give them food, not money, especially if some of them are drug addicts. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Oh, and Ignite Tingy says Ting. Sure. Okay, should I just call you Ting then? I don't know. I guess I'll just call you Ting then. I will call you Ting.
But the Ting Tings.
Ting Tings? The Ting Tings? Yeah. What do we call the Ting Tings? Or just like Ting? Like 151, 152. We will find out your answer in a few minutes.
So homeless people.
So I guess to wrap up, just to say, we don't have a thing against.
We are not against homeless people. It's definitely an issue. Oh, I kept on walking past, and I was like, Trump's America.
Oh God.
I kept on saying that, and then also, and then it's great. I have a friend, and his mother, she like lives in like a nursing home, and a lot of the healthcare workers are like these really nice black girls, but some of the older people are still racist because that's still like an issue.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it's funny though because like she'll hug the girls and stuff, and then the one white lady was like, can't believe you let them touch you. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, don't you see so-and-so's black? And she's like, I don't see color. And so like I kept on walking around Philly, and I'm like, I don't see homeless.
I I can't.
Which also, like, mildly, like, now, like, back in those days, like, that, like, I don't see color would be considered actually really progressive, but now it's actually the opposite, because it's like, no, we're, like, embrace our differences.
Yeah.
But, like, back in the day, like, to say I don't see color, that was, like,
It was like, oh,
that was, like, really good, you know?
enjoy all people. Oh, my God.
So.
My mom says that, she said that, too, from a couple times, because she also works at a nursing home, and she's like, yeah, you have the ones that are seated racist, but then, you know, they forget, and then you just help them, and then eventually they're like, this N-word did this to me, and my mom's like, okay, Maggie, like, just sit on down.
It's like, who washed your vagina?
Exactly, and Maggie's not a real person. I'm not saying
it could never be.
I never met. Woo!
You saw my eyeball.
It's not to say that that's. I mean, honestly,
Maggie is not racist.
Maggie's not racist. I don't know a Maggie in a nursing home. Like, that's not who I'm referring to. I'm just saying.
But it doesn't mean that somebody by the name of Maggie can't be a bitch.
Well, there are probably plenty of them out there in the world. Let's just assume. Let's just dab it out.
All right. Joy has been streaming, because that's something that she does now.
Oh my God.
That she is retired from reactions.
Yes, I put out a video that I said, and I'm gonna get to these comments in a second. I said I wasn't gonna do reactions anymore, and I haven't. And I did. So the first week of July, bam, bam, I put out the first episode of The Wolf Among Us, which is a great game.
I watched half of it.
Oh my God!
I need to watch the other half. But
Totally fine.
I watched half.
I've so far have cut the first 2 episodes down to the first one was 25 minutes, and the second one I just put out on Twitch last night was 24 minutes and like 50 something seconds.
Which that's actually bite-sized for a video game of that magnitude.
Oh yeah, I try to cut out as much. I do a lot of like I do a lot of that.
So there's still reaction videos.
It's still a reaction, but the stuff I try to keep are the funnier things that I think are funny that I say, and I try not to put so many spoilers of the game in the just enough for you to get what's going on.
Yeah.
But not to get like what happened after that. Like, then it moves on to something else.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play these games just so you watch a walkthrough of me playing a game.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that I can play this game and be okay with sucking. And if people do want to watch it live, then they can.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I just really like playing this game.
Okay.
It's so fun.
Excellent. You need to play Until Dawn.
I know.
That's a really good game.
That's something really we can play together if you want.
Though, you know what's interesting? There are 10 chapters in that game, and it's legitimately like an hour per chapter. Like, there's no way of getting past it. That's a 10-hour commitment.
Well,
I also did you know it's free?
The game.
Yeah.
Until Dawn. Well, I don't have PlayStation Plus. I know. I need to get my life together. I know. I was actually
Rodney and Ting Ting's.
Oh, Ting said, "Give me a name," which is interesting.
Rodney. Okay, cool.
So Rodney, and then what? Rodney Jr. or like
Rodney
2?
Rodney T.
Rodney T. Rodney Ting.
Yeah.
Like instead of Rodney King and
Rodney Ting.
Rodney Ting. You are now Rodney Ting.
Rodney Ting. Excellent.
Rodney Ting said, "Any name is good. I would like to be using I don't see homeless from now on. I ask thee for permission." Guy for permission. Rodney said, "LOL.
I don't see homeless.
I don't see homeless." Rodney Ting said, "Congrats on the streaming. I saw it. Was amazing." Rodney said, "I haven't watched yet. I'm going to watch it tonight then. Haha." Then he said, "Richard, where is Outlast?" Word.
Okay.
He said he's going to keep asking that every week, so don't scold him, though.
I know. I need to. Okay, first and foremost, I have the time to do it. I've just been playing a lot of Friday the 13th. A lot of it.
I've seen.
So I've been going back and forth with Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, mindless sort of things to play. A lot of friends, like making friends, having team killers kill you.
You're social.
Yeah, it's a social thing. A lot of me playing like 5 rounds in a row and then going outside, smoking a cigarette, coming back, and still being dead.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes matches last 20 minutes. Sometimes they last like 8.
Okay.
So either that or like the new game would have started and I didn't realize it, and then I'm dead again.
Oh no, because you're like just standing.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
Outlast. Yes, I need to get Outlast. Rodney, what is the game? It's a card game for phones. Hearthstone, that's what it is.
Hearthstone? I would have never gotten that.
Yeah.
Hearthstone. Tell me what that is about, Ronnie, if you can.
Because I just put the Magic the Gathering game on my phone just for shits and giggles.
Not about that life.
And because I don't know, I just wanted to see, because like I know people that play it, and I'm like, it sounds like something I can get into, but not really. So like I thought I would try like the quick and easy, you know, like the guided version. Yeah. The in and out version.
The in and out version of Magic the Gathering.
So yes. So that's about it. I literally just put that on my phone. I just bought a new phone.
Yeah. What is it? Does it look?
No, it's the same exact phone.
The same phone.
So
why did you buy the same phone?
I wanted to talk about this months ago, but I didn't. So I took my iPhone to the Apple Store because I guess there was like a hardware malfunction, so my GPS and my Bluetooth didn't work, and that's why my watch, and that's why I didn't really like talk about my watch as much as I wish I could have, because it was that's for Pokemon Go. It's my incubator. Okay. The thing about it is that my it was so glitchy that like the way it's supposed to work, like at work right now, I'm able to put my phone down in the back room, and then with the Wi-Fi signals and the cell phone signals, the Bluetooth, I can go from the back room all the way to like outside and still have access to my text messaging, phone calls, like Instagram, all on my phone. And before, what was happening is like it was so spotty that it would like work sometimes, but not really. And then I bought like a speaker that way I could listen to music outside when I was in the pool. And that's when I realized that it really was a Bluetooth issue, was because it was a wireless speaker. And the moment that like I took it like that far away, like it wouldn't work. And then I paired it with my mom's phone. It worked. And I was like, that's it, I'm done. So I went to the Apple Store, which last time I went there, they were like, oh yeah, it'd be like $200, or you could buy just the new model. So I was like, okay. And like, I wanted to get the new phone. I was like, F that. I'm like, I just want to be able to use my devices, you know? You pay a lot of money for these things.
Apple.
And since it wasn't under warranty, it didn't count.
Oh.
Yeah. For a hardware malfunction, which means that it was their fault, not my fault. So I ended up, so I went to Apple Store, you know, early in the morning, and I was like, that's it, I'm going to buy a new one.
This one for real? Oh, okay, cool.
So I went to the store, and so I'm sitting down with the girl, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like telling her all that happened, and she's like, yeah, it's pretty frustrating. I was like, yeah, and then I'm like, it ate all my text messages, so I lost text messages from like a significant other for 5 years, so.
Yay!
So in which case she was like, oh, that would kill me. I'm like, yeah, it did.
I'm dead.
And so I was like, yeah, they said last time it'd be like $200, and she's like, yeah, your total would be, yeah, it's actually $299.
What?
I was like, only at Apple is like $200 really $299. Yeah, it's like $200. $290
tax.
Or no, that wasn't even tax. It was like $325.
What phone did you get?
iPhone 6.
The 6.
Yeah.
Because there's no 7 yet, right?
No, the 7 came out.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
So for like 3 generations ago. 2 generations ago.
Because not the 6S and not the 6S Plus. Just the 6.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's now that it works, it's like lovely. I really love it. It's funny too, because in the back of my mind, I was like, so I was like, worst comes to worst, I could just like buy the like replacement phone, and then like if I still want the 7S, which is why I waited originally, because I was like, I'll just get the 7S. I was like, I could then if I wanted to, I could like put some street performing money on the side, and then like just like mildly save up for it, like not like balls to the wall save up for it, but just mildly. Then I'd be able to like get it and not really think about it.
Okay.
But then dealing like if it was like that extra $100, I was like, oh, maybe I'll like keep this phone for a while.
Seriously?
Because like if it works perfectly. But I mean, either that or like once you upgrade. I don't know. Did your family do this where like you had like a drawer of phones?
Yeah, for a little bit, yeah.
So like I figured like it'd be good if the drawer of phones actually had a smartphone in it.
Yeah.
Just in case something happened, then like, oh wow, it's actually a good phone. It's not like a crappy phone. Mm-hmm. All right, that was a large tangent.
Oh, I'm so sorry because I ain't got time to be dealing with the phone business.
Ooh, let's see what Rodney's are saying.
So Rodney Ting said, haha, Rodney Ting, thank you, Rodney. Rodney said, LOL, I guess you are welcome. Haha.
For borrowing namesakes.
I can't play Hearthstone. Too much of an investment, in my opinion. I think I might get either the Pixel 2 or the new Note, thinking about it. Unless I wait until next year to get the S9.
That's because you're one of those smart people with the Android devices that end up breaking way faster than Apple devices.
I don't know anything about Android.
Yeah, my brother's Android like died like within I want to say a year and a half. It was going so sluggishly, and I'm not saying that because like I'm like an Android hater. I'm not.
And we're like Apple connoisseurs.
We're not Apple elitists.
No. Just happen to own a lot of Apple things.
I own a lot of Apple stuff, so I feel like I've picked my lot in life.
Yeah.
It's a little too late once you have the iPad, and especially the watch. Once I feel like the watch probably is like.
Oh, you solidified that place now. Like that's
that totally solidified the fact that I can't switch over because this will not work with anything else.
No, you're
unless
right.
like you get like a weird emulator or something. But I mean, I don't think that exists currently.
No, he said that his S6 is fine. He's had it for 2 years, which is good. You got some good maintenance there, sir. No.
Good for you. My brother's from like.
No, I just heard that Android has particular problems.
Yeah.
And I mean.
Then again, you can also emulate like Nintendo games on it. So.
Oh, word.
You didn't know that?
On Android stuff?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
Tell her.
I don't
you
know
can
about
like
that.
and you can like emulate like a Game Boy Advance.
I mean, I could do that on my phone too, but.
You have it jailbroken?
No, I just got an app for it. Called Game Boy. I'm gonna find it now real quick. Oh, gameplay. I haven't used it in so long, but is the gameplay, and then
stop it! I just learned some. Oh my gosh! Stop it!
And I have different. You have the different ROMs for it.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I put the ROMs on my Google Drive because they usually ask where the ROMs are coming from, so I have it set up to my Google Drive. But yeah, what? And this is legal. This isn't like
no. Well, that's because it's an emulator. It's not a because it's not stealing the game. It's actually just running the program. But then again, you also probably she owns copies of all the games that she's emulating.
Yeah, I like to own them. But I mean, I haven't played that in so long that I just left it alone. Oh yeah, I just don't care too much about the different. Ronnie said battery drains a bit faster now, though. You can do so much with Android phones. Tell my parents that, because my parents are so like, "What is this phone? Joy, help me."
See, but that's actually one of the best. That's the reason why my brother had my parents get Apple products. It's because he has an Android product, so that way, like, be like, Matt, help me. I don't have one of those. I don't know how to run Apple products. I'm like, Matt, Apple products are like intuitive. Like,
yeah,
your 1-year-old child knows how to swipe images
and categorize apps.
No, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
That excuse did not happen with me because I have Apple and my parents have Android, and not say they call me all the time. I don't want to be that daughter, but my dad usually has more problems than anything. And he's like, Joe, how do you do this with your email? How do you do this with the phone? Oh, I have so many tabs up? Why? What's the Wi-Fi? Just like that.
In my mind, your dad's email, he's got like 2,897 emails.
He did.
And they're all for like Chili's.
No. They were all for like his union or like they were honestly all Facebook notifications for the Facebook he rarely checked. And I was just like, Dad,
he probably never checked it.
I mean, eventually he did because I do have access to his email now. But he was just like, Joy, if I need help, like you gotta help me. So I helped him pay stuff using that email, and yeah, it was hundreds of emails, hundreds of notifications from like 50 friend requests that he never opened. Like it was a mess.
That are now like 6 years, and they were all marinating for like 7 years.
Oh yeah, just there. He's like, who? There was one afternoon where he got off from work and he was on his phone and he was like, George, like help me go through. So I literally had to go through each person. And I'm like, do you know them? Do you know them? I was like, oh, I know. Yeah, I remember them. I haven't seen them since 1979. All right, yeah, Adam. And I was like, okay, what about this person? No, I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, okay. And the woman was like, oh, I knew her before I got married to your mother. And I was like, oh my God, Dad. Like, I don't know. So
that's the shady part about like Facebook though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of Facebook, did you get? No, you graduated in 2007.
I got it. I got the notification about the
invite for the reunion.
Yeah, apparently 2008. Our class, or I graduated a year early, but truly I'm a 2008er. We got a thing for a reunion. 10 years. I don't feel like 10 years is long enough. If there was like 15 or 20, you know what? People die.
People have died. There have been people that have died, gone to jail, have children, all sorts of stuff.
Everybody's got kids. Like we're the minority right now.
Pretty much, or they're married and they're on the other side of the country right now. So it's I definitely want to go though, but just to see if people remembered who the heck I was.
Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody knows who you are.
Or why? How? I mean,
because you were cute. Because you were the cute like Black Asian girl. Everybody.
There was so many other Black Asians.
Every grade had a Black Asian girl.
But I don't think I was it. I just feel like
you were.
If anything,
you took you played your piece, your PSP.
Well.
You played your PSP during gym every day.
Yeah, I guess.
And that was back when the home screen used to change per month. I didn't even have one. I didn't even have one, and I knew that because of her. With her Grand Theft Auto during.
I'm just more afraid of being known for dating, like who I dated at the time, versus like who I actually was as a person.
Though, in retrospect, that was a part of who you were.
Yeah.
And that was a part of your identity, and I think I think it's very important to respect where you came from, and honor that, because that was important to who you were at that time. I don't know. That's the way that I take it, and I mean, like,
it's not like I'm ashamed of who I dated. It's just
it was part of your identity. It was part of your identity.
But I never liked that particular reason. As a woman, I never liked only being known for being such and such's girlfriend, and I thought that I would be done with that in high school. But I'm like that now. I want to be. I mean, not to say that I don't want to be known as anyone's boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, obviously girlfriend, but I just don't. I didn't want that to be my
boyfriend
or boyfriend
transition,
whatever
you identify with right now.
Yeah, no. I'm fine with being who I am, and I'm fine with. I'd rather be Joy, who dates so and so, blah blah blah, versus that girl. What's the name's girlfriend? What's her name?
I don't know, because
whatever.
See, like it's funny because like you're taking it away. Like that's in your head.
It is.
I don't know. That's like fully in your head, just because like personality-wise, you're so bubbly that like if anybody were to even think that, then they're just it tells me more about them. No, it tells me more about themselves.
Oh yeah.
Because that means that they didn't get to know you, because the moment that you have a conversation, or the moment that anybody has a conversation with you, they would be intrigued because you're an interesting, like you are interesting, you are energetic and you're like fun, but you also like with certain people, you can be very serious. But like that's not what you're not known for, that serious nature.
No.
You know what I mean? Like we used to sing commercials. Sorry, as like, but if I went, it would probably just be to hang out with her and like a couple of other people. But because like it's funny, we were like definitely not like the popular kids in school by any means. No. But I think like we were like the counterculture, like because we knew a lot of people. Yeah. I got in student council, like yeah. Like I got an award in student council, like, and I was like not popular at all.
I was in honor societies for some strange reason.
National Honor Society.
Yeah, I was in that. Yeah. I did Proteus. Stuff.
Yeah, I got the award for best actor in a musical.
Oh, I never. That could be the one thing I regret about high school, was not doing any drama. Not to say I wanted to. I sort of wanted to do band, but I knew that was going to be way harder of a commitment than I would ever imagine.
Like drama wasn't that.
Yeah, but no,
drama's as much as you put into it. Like
drama,
like people can get away with skimming. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like people can like half-ass it, but like
I did drama in college because I didn't get to do it in high school. Mm-hmm. But then again, I wasn't sure what kind of
Brookdale or
no, William Patterson. Well, okay. I mean, I did. It was like theater appreciation or something for Brookdale. Yeah. But
wait, did you have the like bigger guy?
Not the guy with he had his hair, like his hairy chest always out. I think he was the bigger guy. I can't remember his name right now. Yeah. But he always kind of.
Shay.
Yeah. Wait, Shay? How do you spell it?
Shay. S-H-Y. S-H-A-Y. That's his name.
I think so, yeah. He always just kind of had it out there.
Yeah,
and I always want to like.
And he was shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter in Italian.
I just want to touch it, but then I was like, no, that's weird.
He went to school in New York.
He did?
For theater, yeah.
Oh, wow. See, he was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy. You
no
just
problem
can't
with
remember
him.
his name.
No, I just.
Tangents.
Yeah, I know, but I definitely just
like talking to Ellen.
I would love to meet Miss Ellen, Queen
I've
Ellen.
heard horrible things about Ellen.
Well, she can seem like a jerk, especially but she's like an obnoxious jerk, but for fun. I don't know about her in real life though. Really? Yeah, I'm black, and Ellen likes to help out black people, so I'm all willing to be like, please help me. I need help. Oh, she's not good.
I read the Kathy Griffin book. In which case,
God, Kathy Griffin though.
And it's this occurrence happened when she was up and coming, and she was on a commercial, and Ellen had the Ellen show. And so, like, they had her come in for something, and then, like, Kathy Griffin did, like, this bit for, like, this commercial, like, this famous thing where, like, she said something in, like, I guess it was a dance or something. Mm-hmm. And, like, she walked in, and, like, Ellen's like, do the dance. And she's like, hi, no, do the dance. Like, dance monkey, like, this is what, like, this is why you're here. And, like, and just... That mentality, like not saying hello, like I'm a human, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which is funny because like her brand now is like I'm human, like human experience.
I'm a person.
So like it's funny because in Kathy Griffin's book, like you might hate Kathy Griffin and that's fine. I totally understand it.
Yeah.
I get that.
I wouldn't discredit her though.
But it's not like the validity of what she said is believable
enough where it wouldn't be out of character if she explained it that way.
Exactly. Like it's like understandable, and especially considering the fact that Ellen, she had her own show at the time, which is not, it was nuts.
How long ago was the incident in her book?
It was like probably like 90, 93, 90, 92.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, like, so, and also, who knows? Maybe it's like, oh, she finally got some power, so she decided to throw it around. Mm-hmm. But there's that whole point where it's like, remember where you came from? Like, people are people.
Yeah. We have some comments. Speaking of people, there's someone named Grizzly Animal here who says, "Hey." So,
hi, Grizzly Animal.
Hey.
You sound like fun.
Exactly. Because I'm like, what? Ronnie said, my school tried to set up a class reunion, but no one committed to it, so it was canceled.
I think that's going to happen, to be
honest.
I
think we won't commit to this.
I'd say Joseph.
Joseph?
Joseph Ferguson.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen her in a while.
Right? But she was always nice to us.
Yeah. Ronnie said, and then Grizzly Animal said, have you ever heard of Star from Star and Buckwild? And Ronnie said, who is that? And then he said, I always think of Kathy Griffin in 4 Rooms. I don't know much about. I just don't like the recent thing that she did.
Oh, you know what? Okay. It's very interesting. I have an opinion about that.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay. So, it was a calculated decision. It didn't pan out well. A lot of people are like, it's going to kill her career. I'm like, no, it's not going to kill her career.
No.
The people that she caters to might have thought that, like, that was a little too much, but they weren't the people that are like, what is she doing? So, if anything, I think the fact that she was, like, crying, you know, stating that she was very sorry about the incident, or not incident, the photo shoot. She was stating that she was really sorry about the photo shoot. If anything, I think that was more publicity and more of a stunt, just because her core fan base hates Trump.
Yeah.
So her core fan base hates Trump. Probably was like a little tacky. You know what I mean? Like they weren't the ones crying out like that's rude. You know, they're the ones that say not my president. So they're not like what do you think about that?
Rodney, well, before I say something, Rodney says, I think eventually she will be back. People forget about things so quickly anyway, which is true. I think what she did, if it was for comedy, went further than it should have. Like, there's certain elements in comedy that I feel like, or maybe it wasn't comedy, maybe it was like her saying a statement.
Yes.
But that statement shouldn't have been out on the internet specifically for that. Like, she should have done something different that wasn't that.
The photographer Tyler Shields, like, that's what he like. That's what he does. Like, there was I forget, like, some famous model, like, in the background. He does like these. It's funny because like I was a fan of his work before this photo shoot, where like he had like a famous model licking a lollipop. The guy's holding it at his crotch, and it's like these like 20-second vignettes where like he's taking a photo. It's like he's recording it. As he's recording it, he's taking video footage, and like in the background you hear lollipop, lollipop, and it's like very seductive, but like over the top seduction, and like that's like that visceral response is I think is also part of his art, is the fact that it's like, oh, that like that's too much.
Yeah.
Like that's what, but like this was too much.
That's what I'm saying. This wasn't. Not to be like
that, but that's like that's in his like that's in his that's what he does, and then in her comedy that's what she does. So putting it together, it was like this joke and this like this artistic statement that just chat.
I think it would have been okay if there wasn't blood, like if it wasn't like a bloody like a decapitated head of Trump.
What if it was just ham? What if it was like ham with like a wig, like a ham face?
A ham face with a wig?
Like, what if it wasn't Donald Trump's, like, what if it had, like, Donald Trump's hair? It was just, like, a block of meat.
That would have been okay. But not a bloody block of meat. If it was, like, a regular slab of meat with to simulate Trump, okay. But did they do that to Obama?
You know what? He didn't do that to Obama, but in looking at that, because I was, like, just trying to look up examples, like, I saw so many pictures of like lynched black dolls, like you know, with the Obama hating, you know, and it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but like to hear people say like, how could you do that to the president? Blah. And be like, wait a second, nobody outcried when it was like Obama or like anybody else. That's like Janine Garofalo was saying how like all the people that are like, oh, how could you disrespect the president? And then she's like an avid liberal, and she's, you know, well, she's an avid liberal, not Democrat, liberal. She was stating how like it's like BS because like the Clinton, you know, reign, like that was, you know, covered with, you know, that was like the biggest running gag, you know, for late night TV. So like, how dare they like where's the divide? It's because it's the Republican Party.
Oh, of course.
You know, so it was very interesting.
I actually spoke to a guy. I said, well, Rodney said, well, protesters did about Obama. I actually spoke to a guy at a Midas about Trump. And he was a white guy, not to be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It would have been really weird if it was a black guy, but at this point, it was a white guy. And the way that he was speaking about Trump was the way that black people were speaking about Obama, like in the heyday. Like, oh, well, you know, Obama. Not to be like black people were right and black people were wrong, but there were some black people that made it seem like Obama was going to be the messiah that was going to save America.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do everything. He's only one guy, but there's not just the president, there's the Congress, there's the Senate, there's all these other factors that tie into how someone is supposed to pass bills if no one saw Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah,
I'm just a bill.
I'm just a bill.
The guy that was speaking to me was talking about Trump in that way, where he was like, well,
they need to give him a chance. You know, if they just let Trump have a chance, then maybe he can show people stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but I've had other Trump people tell me that I've heard other Trump people tell me that Trump is going to save black people by giving them money for the ghettos and the projects that they live in, which I've never heard of or seen a dime. Well, first of all, I don't live in the ghetto or projects, but that's just really weird. That's no. That person's like miseducated.
Well, no. He wasn't though. He wasn't, because he was a 40, probably 50-something-year-old man who seemed to have had his head on straight. But he was kind of not anti-Obama, but he was, again, someone that if you took someone from 2000, whenever Obama was elected, but just put all of the views and positivity, but for Trump, so 2008, but for Trump now, that's how he was trying to convince me that Trump was a good idea.
No, except for as far as like policy, that just doesn't make sense.
I know, but he was just like,
no, he said it with like the fire and the vigor, and he's like, well, you know, it's good for us to not have a politician in there, because then he doesn't have to worry about Wall Street, and he's not going to be, his hands are going to be tied because he has his own money, and because I've watched CNN, and so I know that that's like
their standpoint,
because like it's very interesting, but that's why we're also in the situation where like everybody's getting fired.
Oh, of course. Oh.
Everybody's getting fired. Why? Because he's thinking of this as a business as opposed to
an actual place where people supposed to matter, but now it's a whole joke.
Right.
There was a real quick. There was a
This is our political homeless sex show.
Shoot, it was gonna be about Trump. Trump. I was like, it's not to be like I have a whole thing against him. Oh, I was telling the guy, I was like, it's not that I don't like him, because I didn't like him before this. Not to be like I love Trump and all of a sudden, oh, he's president. My problem was Trump was taken too far. Like, Trump being president should have stopped at the primaries or wherever that pre-selection phase was. But America as a whole thought, oh, he won't make it. Like, and then he did. And then people started to be like, oh, no, well, he won't get further than, you know, the other whatever preliminaries or the finals or whatever. Oh, no, it's Donald Trump. He's too ridiculous. He's not going to get far.
They thought he was going to be second runner-up.
And then he did. And then still, by the time America woke up, it was too late. This man already had been the Republican selection, which is when people, before that, people should have freaked out and be like, no, he's an actual legitimate candidate. We need to find a way to not make this real. But once he was the primary, when the Republicans stood behind this man, stone-faced, like, oh, yep, Donald Trump, he's going to be our dude. That's
our representative, yeah.
We should have been like, not we, but like America should be like, oh, nah, we need to, hold the phone, get some against him now. What's going on? Why are we having this orange buffoon as a president? But, you know what? He's the president. He ain't not. But at the same, he's President Trump, so we have to deal with it.
According to people on NPR, a tremendous amount of people, the same, and this is going to sound very funny, the way that I'm stating it, the same same sort of people that Bernie Sanders were getting. That's what Trump was getting. People,
oh, wow.
People wanted change.
Yeah.
People wanted real change, like, and the Democrats, they went with somebody that was safe. I think that if Bernie and Trump would have gone head to head, it would have been a Bernie situation. People wanted change. People knew Hillary was not like she would not have changed. She would have not changed anything.
Yeah.
So people wanted change. People, which I mean, a lot of people. There was like a weird thing about like the silent Trump vote. Like that's why they were saying that the polls were so off, was because they didn't anticipate so many people were not stating things, because people legitimately just wanted change in the system. They didn't care how it changed. They wanted somebody that like isn't
gonna be.
But along with having somebody that's not whose hands aren't tied, you also have somebody that doesn't understand the rules and the procedures and is not listening to advisors and stuff like that. Like that's like, so it's like, oh wow, cool, we have like a maverick that's willing to do anything, and it's like boom, like they don't understand the system.
I will add to that with Ronnie's comments, which he says, they had Obama pinatas and such when he was elected. Damn right, Richard, haha. Feel the burn. I hope he runs in 2020, or The Rock, my husband, LOL. A lot of people really didn't like Hillary also and didn't want to see her as president on both sides.
Yes.
I was definitely a Bernie girl, and I would have been okay with him. But then once he was out, it was like, oh, I guess I'm with her. But I wasn't really set on her either, because, you know, there's a lot that I just didn't know about her.
And
the pandering. Didn't like the pandering.
And I guess I'll vote for this person is not the same as like, yes, we're voting for change, which was what happened with Obama, and weirdly what happened with Trump. People voted for change. And it's
America right now.
But you know what I just read? I've been like reading a lot of articles. With the watch now, I can like have like news feeds like pop up on my watch while I'm at work. And it's weird because, you know, it's funny.
What?
You know how Trump is so hated in low approval ratings?
Yeah.
People are lazy.
Oh, of course.
People are lazy. There's a chance that he'll get another term. There's legitimately a chance. The amount of people that only serve like one term is like crazy low. It's because people are lazy.
Wait, so what are you saying? That
like he could have the full 8 years? Like,
oh yeah, I'm
because
sure.
people are so unmotivated, especially like it's like we've already like. Whatever.
I feel like we would rather just have him do the 8 years, so that we don't have to get him again. Like we would have him for 4 years, and then this fool might run again, so we might have someone different.
He wouldn't run again.
And then we'd have him again, like just to be like that. I feel like that's probably why we did it with Bush, and then why we did it with Obama. Like we did Bush for 8 years because we just didn't really, or who knows? But I just felt like we did Bush for 8 years just so we wouldn't have to get him after Obama.
No, that wouldn't have happened.
Not to say it would have, but I feel there should have been no reason why we had Bush for so long. I liked Obama, of course, because that was the time like I could actually vote, and Obama was cool. And oh my God, I'm never gonna see a tan man in office again. But I was like, I'm gonna vote for this dude. But I was the whole time shocked that he survived the whole 8 years. I thought he would have been assassinated by like the third month. But hey, he's alive and doing well, and I'm
he's always on vacations. Good for him.
Thank God, he
so
deserved them vacations. Do you see the progress? How terrible he looked from the time he got in office.
There's only like one president that actually got in better shape.
Oh,
I think it was like Bush or somebody. It was like weird. It was like weird. Like
there terrible.
There was like one president that like their muscle mass actually like went up.
Oh, Obama was terrible. Not to be like, You know,
he's all gray. He needed that just for men.
He definitely needed this vacation, and I'm happy for him and Michelle and the kids. Like, I'm happy that they, because I mean they grew up in that house per se, but you know he did whatever he could do or whatever he couldn't do, whatever, and he's out, and we don't have to hear from him again. We don't really have to. He's the president, a president,
yeah.
But he did his thing. He's not dead. That's cool.
So he's not your. Wait a second. So this is something that I love to always talk about with people, and they say like he's not my president.
Yeah.
Like in dealing with Trump.
Oh yeah.
So who is your president?
Oh,
I always ask that.
Oh, Obama. But
Still?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Obama is probably going to be my president until someone else doesn't suck.
Okay.
But
okay.
In public and in respect, I acknowledge that Trump is our president.
No, because like I know somebody that's like, no, it's not my president. And I'm like, so like what? Like I'm always like, so what's that mean? And he's like, I don't have a president. Like we have been abandoned. We have no president. No, bro. We have been abandoned. It was his time to go, but still. Like, no. We have been abandoned because like there is no good option. Like this isn't an option.
But that's the same way that some people felt about Obama being president.
That's how people feel about every president. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So that's why I can't be like, I'm not going to be the one that's like, oh, Trump isn't my president. Blah, 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 blah. Like, no, he is.
I saw a picture of a chick that had like a tattoo of like, Trump is not my effing president. Like, okay, the tattoo.
That was too much, girl. Chill. It's only a temporary term. Like, chill. Relax yourself. Not say temporary.
But no, it's not because it's
going to be in the history books, and he's the president.
I think that's probably the weirdest part. Like, watch our president on The Apprentice.
Exactly. See, and
But then again, Reagan was an actor, so.
But then that was back in what, 1970?
And then he also like worked in politics afterwards. So
I don't really, not to be like Trump couldn't do it, but I just don't feel like, I didn't like him beforehand. I didn't like how he was then. And for him to be president now, it was just like a whole, we just let this dude slide after all the cockamamie things he's said in his entire life. This man is, and especially talking about make America great again, when his family values ain't the family values that should be, not say publicly displayed, but I don't want to go in on his wife. I don't want to go in on his children because they all look creepy. But
stop, be nice.
But they all look creepy. All of them.
It's not. Wait a second. What did Hillary say? Hillary said, we can say it to compliment each other on a like during one of the things. Like one of their things was say something nice about the other person, and I think Trump talked about Hillary's like perseverance or something like that.
Oh, well, she's persistent.
And then she spoke about his children.
Oh no!
How his children were raised really well.
No.
I just.
No.
I'm stating what was said during the debate.
I just think his kids and the other family members, like the in-laws and stuff,
the pussy snatching.
They're so creepy. They're just creepy looking. I don't care for any of them. But I can say creepy because I've heard so many people call the Obamas the N-word, gorillas,
see, and it's
scum of the earth.
See, I'm so like
man-hating.
Nobody said that to me.
Well, not to me.
No. Like, I guess I didn't troll that side of the internet. Like I was.
Oh, I didn't have to troll it. It was Twitter and all sorts of Facebook. Like these N-words or these monkeys are in the house and blah 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 blah. Like so,
I'm ignorant.
If I can withstand.
I'm sure it happened. I didn't see it though.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was there. Oh, excuse me. If I can withstand that, this kid could be called creepy. His wife can be his wife. Like I don't know how to. I actually was confusing the wife and the daughter for the longest time. I was like, who's Ivanka and who's Melania? Like, which one is the... Melania's the wife, and Ivanka is the daughter, right? And then there's this other daughter that they don't talk about because he had it with someone else. And then there's Baron, and then there's a junior, and then there's...
Do you know what...
I only know...
Do you know who Ivanka's mother is? Ivana.
Ivana. See, like this dude had mad
and then
vibes.
It's Tiffany Trump.
Tiffany. Oh, see, this Trump has had.
Oh, and it's really sad because Tiffany Trump, she went to like some like fashion show, like either like I think it was like right after he got in, and there's like this really like fashion week. All these people are sitting front row, and then there's Tiffany Trump, and like nobody was sitting next to her.
Good. Her daddy's
She's like
a
19.
mess.
She's like 20, 21 years old.
Why didn't they stop him? Why didn't they stop this? Y'all know y'all 70-year-old ass father should have not been president.
You know what I'm saying, though. That's bullying.
That's not bullying.
You
They just didn't sit next
Tiffany.
to her.
You know what? All I have to say is,
I ain't got time.
Do you know who said that she would have sat next to her?
Oh, what, Monica Lewinsky?
No, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh please.
I watched it during review.
Oh please.
She's like, no. She was like, I don't agree with her father, but I would have sat next to her.
I wouldn't.
It was nice to hear somebody say like.
Oh,
like,
leave the poor girl alone. She can't help it. Which is all right, because.
Well, also like she's like the younger one. Like she's not like.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
She's not
like,
the one in the spotlight.
No, she's like 19 years old. Like,
well,
her mother was Marlon Maple. Ew, I know too much about it.
Yeah, you do. Ooh. But you know what it is, though? This is
weird.
This is the aftermath of who you're related to. Bad publicity is publicity. And that's kind of what their family, well, Donald Trump, is built on. That's the negative side of being the kid or the child of this crazy man.
She is a terrible chat correspondent. That's all I have to
We're
say.
talking about Donald Trump, and I just have to defend
no.
human side
you're like,
with this dude. What happened?
All right. So Rodney Ting says, "What if Michelle ran?" Michelle said that she would not run.
Oh no, she would probably die.
No. She said that she wouldn't run.
Oh, good.
Too much politics for a lifetime.
Yeah, true.
She went to Princeton. Fun fact: she went to Princeton.
And Columbia, right? She went to two of like the top schools.
I know for a fact she went to Princeton.
And no one gave an F about that.
There was like a face cutout. Where you could stick your face in there because my ex went to TCNJ, so we would go there all the time.
Okay.
Reagan was the 80s. A few more terms without Trump in office. After his 4 years, he will be too old to be running now. And then that's what Rodney Ting said.
Okay.
And then Rodney says, Ivanka does not look creepy. Laugh out or ha ha ha. All the others do though.
A lot of all, if anything, a lot of my Trump knowledge has been derived from Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
So I'm not an expert on anything Trump.
I know too much.
I don't know enough.
That's because I watched like The View and The Talk, and they're like,
okay,
and like they try to be more well-rounded with all of the stuff. That's my defense. But they both understand the creepy point. And then Rodney said that he really ruined his business, in my opinion. Part of the reason why I think that the tax stuff hasn't come out, the reason why I honestly think, and I think it has less to do with, not paying taxes and like finding loopholes. I think it has less to do with that and more to do with the fact that he's not as successful as he says he is.
Yeah.
And like when you think about that, like for somebody that says that he is king of the world and essentially he believes he's king of the world, like that has more to say about it than anything. Like what's he gonna say? Like, oh, all my money's in Switzerland.
Money's numbers don't lie.
All right.
But even if he did, I mean, that would humble him. But then again, you knew that everything is going to be public record if you're going to be the president.
He didn't plan on being president, though.
Exactly. But
he didn't plan on being president. I was listening to Janine Garofalo while I was lying out getting skin cancer.
Yeah.
No, knock on wood.
Hopefully
probably not.
We don't need that.
And she was saying that, like, she's like, you can tell this whole thing was like a big joke. And then she was like, the reason why was because the entire time pre-election, he was talking about how the news media was BS and how they were all fake and how he was going to win and that there was no way he was going to fail. That way, when he failed, he'd say, look, I won, they interfered, and like it would be like this joke because everybody else would say, like, you lost the candidacy, and then he'd be like, no, and then he would say, I won, the system is rigged. He was saying it all along.
Oh, I know.
So it was like a joke, like.
That's what I said. Like, this man should never have won anything because this was a joke. And America took it too far. They did not stop the joke. They thought, oh, let's laugh at him. Ha, 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 ha.
Rodney Ting also said that the way that he speaks to Ivanka, no wonder why you get the wife and the daughter confused.
Yes.
The way he looks at her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of not good.
And then Rodney said people aren't going to want to stay at his hotels or live in his buildings.
Oh, please.
And then Rodney Ting says it's hard to say what will happen in the future, and Rodney agreed with me about that. Him not being as successful as he proclaims that he is. Fun fact: he like rents out his name. So like
out?
Yeah, like so the Trump casino or the Trump Taj Mahal was not actually his. They paid for his name to put on the casino. Like that wasn't his business. Yeah, no. His brand is literally his name. Like that's his brand. Like his brand, Trump. He has made it seem like it's successful, and that's his brand. So I don't know. That's the interesting thing to think about. And this is his brand. Is just being successful, which is why,
the tax will never come out because
the taxes won't come out, and that's why even if he lost, he would say, "I won. The system was rigged." Recount. The same people are recounting it, huh? So like, that's really the thing to think about. And then Rodney Ting says that it did start out as a joke. I think it's propaganda that he wanted at first.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. That's what I was trying to explain to the dude at Midas. I'm like, it's not that I don't think that Donald Trump is an evil person. No, Donald Trump is Donald Trump. And he was that before, and he gonna be that damn sure after he gets out of office. But this was a joke that America did not take seriously until it was too late. People thought it was funny.
I don't. You know what? The people that were never going to vote for him, it was always a joke. He tapped into a group of people that didn't feel like they were listened to. That's and
that too. I'm not saying that the thing that I'm saying is not like the only thing that got this man into office, but I feel like overall, not all the news outlets, but a lot of them were kind of like, we're gonna cover him because he's still running, but like, in a matter of weeks, this will pass. Like, he'll probably be disqualified. Like, I feel like the attitude for some, not all those things,
and dealing with public media.
Yeah, like, oh, and Donald Trump's here. Like, we'll give him some news headlines, but we gave him so much coverage, and then that's when the other people got. Felt like, he is someone who is a businessman. He's not tied up in politics. He has, his own influence. He's not of that, Democrat, wait and do all this stuff. Like, he's not going to be that guy. And he's someone different. He's an outsider. And he speaks his mind. He always talks about what he's going to do. And he seems like he would be of the people. And because of all that honesty that he was saying, and all the stuff that honesty. I'm saying honesty, that people related to him, and that's usually the first couple of lines that people tell me about Trump, when they're like, "Oh, I like Trump because he's honest. He's a businessman. He's not a politician, and he speaks his mind. He always says if he says no, he says no, and he's always someone that's not going to be, in the string of the media. Like he doesn't care about the media." But the man still tweets. Like, he shouldn't be tweeting from his own account anymore. He's the president of the United States. You should just tweet from the president account. And it should have nothing to do with your personal views.
But that's the thing.
But then that's America.
No. That's the thing. That's the reason why he was elected.
And I don't
it's
like
because he's not polished. No. It's.
Oh, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Covfefe?
Oh, that was great. It was totally great.
Make Covfefe again.
But I don't like that.
Make America Covfefe.
He's still tweeting.
Trump Covfefe.
Which he shouldn't be tweeting. He's after he got elected. That should have been shut down.
The China tweet.
What China?
Didn't he tweet something weird?
Probably did.
I don't know.
He's tweeted a lot of weird things.
Yeah, no, about like country, like weird stuff.
He has.
Like
He's
being
tweeted
like, yeah,
stuff.
go this person, and then it's like that's a bad guy, and then he's like,
Fake news. Don't like. Terrible person. That honestly, that should have been shut down.
I think we are going to read the last few comments because I gotta go to bed. It's like super late.
Ronnie said, I think both happened. People didn't take it seriously, and he also tapped into others' beliefs. It's funny how people will be arguing with others and say, I voted for Trump. Yeah, when you say you voted for Trump, I personally, and I don't want to be like this.
she's like,
I'm already shutting down any further conversation, like any other hopes of any kind of common sense thought or anything that would make you sort of a decent person. I kind of discredit you, and then I listen to what you have to say, and I'm just like, but you voted for Trump though. Like, I just don't see that. Oh, and then Rodney Ting said, "Lit Nightcap."
Yeah, no, it's definitely a late Nightcap.
Did we? What was the other thing we were supposed to talk about though? Because we ended up talking about politics.
No. We actually talked about everything.
I'm not saying we should, but
no, we talked about streaming, Doggie funeral, homeless people.
But then you said it has apes in it too, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, she saw apes.
Yeah,
I was going to make a joke because I have a dark sense of humor. You talked about what people called it.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, well, hey, we had
dark sense of humor.
Apes in the office, and that's from different races of people that I will not single out because they don't deserve that type of attention. But a lot of people who don't have proper mindsets called the Obamas all sorts of stuff for 8 years. So I think I can call his children creepy and his views very.
Except for the pretty one, which Rodney said was.
Oh, the daughter?
Ivanka. Yes, that's what he said.
The Ivanka one? Okay, yeah.
He said that she was pretty and the other ones look weird.
I only like the parody where, was it Scarlett Johansson or who's the other one? She parodied her.
Probably.
They called her complacent. You're just like, she had a like a perfume line.
Stop
and she was like, complacent. Because I don't have any views. Like it was just something. I love SNL.
Stop it.
SNL is now the best just for parodies because that's the only way I got news was just SNL.
Yeah.
Oh, I could be ignorant. I really like SNL. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Nightcap. This is Joy Infinity. She does her streaming on YouTube.
No.
She has her videos on youtube.com/Joy Infinity, where you can get the bite-sized, the juicy bits of Joy Infinity, or her Twitch channel where she streams live at twitch.com/Joy Infinity. I am Chocolate with Moxie here on YouTube. This is the only thing of note that I do. I do some streaming, but it's normally just me picking my nose. Yeah. All right.
He's good, though. No. I watch him from time to time too, so he's good.
I have imposter syndrome. It's okay.
Nah,
I feel fake.
When he pops up on Twitch, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like when we.
You're like, wow, he's going to. Oh, there's my butt again.
Hey, okay.
Thank you, Rodney and Rodney Ting. We love you guys. Oh my gosh, I almost did my thing.
What'd you do? Konnichiwa. Should there be like a signing out thing? Just like konnichiwa.
I don't know. Konnichiwa. My nephews and my niece, they do it all the time. It's because I taught them that. And they love Sushi Go.
Oh no! Oh, Sushi Go! I played that with people.
Oh my gosh, yes. Richard did have the
word.
I
don't have that.
The chest hair. Oh wait.
I don't have any.
No, she does.
I don't have any chest hair.
Huh. Oh my gosh, that's like the dirtiest thing we've ever done on camera.
And then Chris
together.
Came.
Oh, Chris!
Thanks, Chris, for coming. But we leaving now.
I know.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. You should I don't know if you're not getting an update. We love you.
Peace out.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome.
We're together.
Yeah.